Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining this afternoon. We are here to talk how we can stop managing IT and start automating it, right? We are in the world of AI. But before we do that, a brief introduction. I'm Bhavesh Chauhan, working as director in VersaTech Global. We are a cybersecurity first organization helping organization to automate their processes using artificial intelligence. So yes, again, before we go into the content, a couple of quick things. First, we've disabled everyone's voice to ensure there is no disturbance. However, towards the end of this session, we will unmute you guys if you guys have any questions to ask. So we will do that. In the interim, if you have any question, please feel free to put it on a chat, and our backend team will do their best to revert. And towards the end of the session, we have a quick 10-question quiz as well with exciting pricing. So I request everyone to stay till the end so that you get the chance to win the exciting prizes. With that, without any further delay, I'll just jump onto the session. The session is about, I'll cover about 8 to 10 slides on what this platform is all about, followed by the majority of the time we want to spend on the actual platform. Mr. Pranav Patel, who is leading our technical team, will be showcasing the platform on how it works and some of the use cases, right? So yes, how can we stop, managing the IT manually and use the AI to transform the IT management, right? How can we save time on repetitive tasks? How can we have the issues resolved faster? The IT technician's productivity, we want to make sure that the IT technician actually works on an important task rather than fixing, someone's computer is slow or someone's printer is not working kind of a task, right? Yes, so on all those, moving to the next one, right? Like I said, we want to transform the traditional IT management with AI powered IT. So AIT, we mean AI powered IT, right? Here, the tool that we are talking about is Atera. Now, what is Atera? It's nothing but an all-in-one IT management platform that integrates RMM and PSA, right? The ticketing and RMM together in one box, right? And again, the cherry on the cake here is it is integrated with artificial intelligence. Now, how will it help? How will it help me if I am an IT manager or I'm a technician? Well, it will simplify and streamline a lot of IT tasks, and hence it will obviously help save time, boost productivity, and maximize the efficiency of the IT platform, of the IT process that we follow, right? Now, talking about numbers, Atera, we've got, we already serving 20,000 plus customers globally across over 120 countries. So the tool is widely used by all the international markets. The number of endpoints, the monthly IT actions that we are automating is endless. A glimpse of the dashboard can be seen here. There is a co-pilot chatbots, and like I said, when we go into the actual platform, we'll be able to relate this more on that side. It is trusted by, like I said, over 20,000 customers. Some of the customers like Sodexo, Domino's, the ideal customers where the endpoints, the users are at the distinct location where, it is practically impossible for an IT technician to, go travel in person and then probably solve a normal IT issues. So, we'll cover that more in the use cases. But like I said, Domino's, they have, locations like multi-location brand, right? So here the technician on their central office will be able to take remote session, will be able to do the patch management, will be able to schedule automated tasks and so on and so forth. There are quite a few things a technician will be able to do by sitting on a HO without needing to travel to that actual location. That's what I wanted to say. Now, what is that? So this all things is in just one single license. You get patch management, remote monitoring and management. We got ability to provide advanced analytics. The entire suite of IT asset management is covered. Automation using script. The network monitoring is possible. It has a very close integration with Chocolatey and Winget, if you guys are aware. So, the global database of software, it is already integrated with those apps. However, if you want to, put your custom app, that is also very much possible. And, service desk and ticketing and remote access, right? All this is supported in all the, available or majorly available operating system like Mac OS, Linux, Windows, right? So that's what the platform is all about. It actually, supercharges your IT productivity. I keep talking about productivity. The primary objective of this tool is to boost the productivity of IT technicians, right? Minimize the IT downtime, right? It forces multiply the IT, it increases the speed, so on and so forth. There are quite a few use cases, and like I keep saying, right? When we see the actual demo of the platform, we'll be able to relate these into more context, right? The platform is very intuitive. The onboarding is very, very rapid, right? The setup will take just few minutes. The subscription plan is very, very flexible. Like I said, in 5 minutes, you'll be able to onboard, your dashboard and everything. Well, yes, like all the other applications, this also has an mobile app. So even when the technician is on the move, technician can do quite a few tasks using their mobile app, even if the technician is not on his laptop. The security questions, a lot of time, people ask about the security of the Atera tool. Well, it has the enterprise grade security. It has all the certifications required to comply with, a lot of regulatory bodies. Now, who actually use this Atera? So corporate enterprise where they are supporting their internal IT department with single site or multiple sites like Domino's, as I explained. So they are the best use case for Atera. Managed service providers, right? If we are managing someone else's IT or we have a sister companies, their IT is managed by us, Atera is a solution for you. The IT professional, ideally this tool is for IT professional. It empowers the IT technician so that the repetitive micro level tasks are being automated and IT technician can corely focus on the much more value added tasks. So that is what we serve our customer about. Well, technically, in terms of support, right? 24 by 7 chat support is available. The online knowledge base is available, and it supports multiple language as well, like English, French, as well as German. And this is what we are talking about. Support in these languages is available. Now, without wasting, further time, VersaTech, when we talk about support, yes, we are trusted partner of Atera, so we help you to, demonstrate the product, do the, proof of concept, proof of value. We help you deploy the tool in a best possible way in your environment, and that is where we add value. But to see what the next generation IT automation is all about, let's see it live. So with that, I will hand it over to Pranav Patel, who leads our IT team here. Pranav, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Bhargav. Very good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I would like to thank you all to join us on this session in Tuesday afternoon. Definitely, as we saw the different functionalities, right? Whatever the Bhavesh Bhai presented it out that Atera platform offers, right? So what we will do it out is it is a single pane of glass, and as we rightly mentioned, It is basically a complete suite where it gives you a visibility and manageability for all your IT needs, right? So I hope my screen is visible. If someone can confirm it out. So basically, why we call it out as all-in-one? As we saw, it has all the modules starting it out from patch management, help desk and ticketing. It has an asset management. It has a complete automation built in. It has remote management and monitoring, right? As well as it can help you out with the network discovery part. It can help you out with your scripting part. All these are the modules which are part of a single suite, single dashboard. So everything is managed by a single dashboard. And as we saw, this is basically a cloud-based solution. So why cloud-based? We know the benefits of cloud, right? So you can access it out and manage your complete infrastructure sitting at any part of the globe, right? The only thing required is you need to have an access to the internet on this particular dashboard, correct? So that is the reason why it is on a cloud-based and cloud host. And the one of the slide which Bhai showed, right, from the certification point of view. Of course, the very first thing, you all being IT leaders in your respective organizations, I'm sure that will be one of the first questions that if it is hosted on cloud, what about our security, right? So that is where this certifications and that pointers comes in place where Atera has a complete security in place from starting from SOC 2 certification, ISO 27001 certifications, all the regulatory bodies like HIPAA, PCI DSS, all these regulations, all these regulatory bodies, the certifications are in place so that we can make sure that our data, our dashboard, whatever the solution we are using, that has been secure, right? From data security point of view, it has been taken care. Now, I'm sure you all must have seen it out the initial email as well. You have must have received it out with respect to this webinar. So, what it has a detailed solutions and detailed modules. We can go in deep dive on each modules as and when needed, definitely. But with respect of time, today I would like to just focus it out majorly on our agentic AI functionality, right? And there are about 4 to 5 use cases, 4 to 5 major functionalities which we are going to talk about today. So if you see, this is an actual dashboard which we are using it out, which can be seen, and this will be a purely a customizable dashboard. So you can definitely customize your dashboard the way you want. If you want to see, along with that, if you want to see what kind of patches are there, how many systems are not patched, along with your alerts, if you can see this is the ticket activity, then what are the recent alerts? All these things can be mapped and can be tracked it out using your customized dashboard. So you all being an IT leader, IT heads of your respective organization, what you will be interested more on? Your team as an IT team, IT admin team will be taking care of all your daily IT operations. However, you all being senior folks, you need a gist about what is happening in your environment from an IT perspective, right? So this is the dashboard where you can have that particular visibility with a single pane of glass. Now, talking about major functionalities, as Bhavi rightly mentioned, so we are right here using this platform. What we are trying to achieve is we are trying to increase it out the productivity. How we are increasing the productivity? Using all these modules in a single dashboard. At the same time, centrally, you can control and you can manage every asset in your organization for any kind of a task, right? This, as I said, this is a cloud-based solution. This is hosted on Azure and it is an agent-based solution. So the moment you install out an agent on your end machines, everything, whatever you need to perform on that machine, you can do it remotely. You don't need to even take the remote access. Of course, this has a functionality of taking a remote. However, for performing any kind of a task, you don't need to even go there on the system or take a remote. Everything you can perform it out from your dashboard sitting off any part of the world, right? So starting it out with an automatic, the one of the first point is the ticketing part, the ticketing and help desk. I'm sure you all must be already using some or the other ticketing tool in your organization. Why? Because of course, we all being into IT, we need to make sure that our organization users are not facing any kind of an issues. And we being an IT team, we need to make sure that our productivity is also being monitored. We are making sure that all the issues, all the queries which our users are reporting, those are getting recorded, reported, at the same time addressed in a minimum possible time, right? So if you can see, this is a complete ticketing module which is part of this platform. This is an actual dashboard of our tickets where we are using at multiple our sites and locations, right? So and as I said, this is a complete ticketing module means you can control all the functionalities of an ITSM tool is part of this ticketing module, I need to say, right? So for an example, when we say AI is also integrated and sitting on top of all these modules. So be it your ticketing module or a patch management or an asset inventory management, everything is integrated with AI. And Atera is current scenario, it is the only solution in IT space which has an integration with Microsoft Copilot and OpenAI, right? These are two, you all will be agreeing it out with me, right? These are the two major service providers of AI in current market. Definitely, there are others as well, like Claude and Gemini and all. However, these are two of the leaders who are integrated with Atera. So now the thing is, we all know that IT team is always on the run and always on the ticketing portal to make sure that tickets are resolved and closed. Correct? In that scenario, what we need to do in basically, for example, if I show you this, there's a ticket called CPU load. So as a normal scenario, I need to go into the ticket. I need to check what all things have happened. If someone have already worked it out on a ticket, what all activity has been done, what is it reported for, right? So all these things will be there inside. You can see this. This is all the SLA. What is the status right now? What is the impact of this particular incident? All these things are there. However, how AI will help you? I just close that particular ticket again. This is my dashboard, right? So you, for example, you are coming out in the morning and you are seeing out your ticketing page. So this is your home page. You don't need to even go inside any of the ticket to understand. You just need to click an AI. This is a button where AI will summarize that ticket details for you. At the same time, not only summarize, it will also, along with summary, it will give you an actionable next steps as well. It will suggest it out to you. Uh, See, we all being into IT since many years, right? However, still we will agree that we do not know solution for each and every problem because every problem has a different kind of scenario and nature. It has a different kind of resolution steps as well, right? So we need to have that troubleshooting done. See, it did not even take a minute. This is a ticket which is reported and disk usage is 12%, right? Exceeding a low config. So threshold is one of the automation profile of this Atera, where it has been, it says that there is a configuration that if CPU load goes beyond 2%, it should create an alert and a ticket. And it has gone beyond 2, so it is 12.88. That is the reason why it has created a ticket. And you can see it is an actionable next step. It is giving it out that these are the actionable next steps. So you can just review that, perform the task accordingly. In normal scenario, our IT team, what it does, if we face any kind of an issue for which we do not know the solutions, we might either Google it out. Now the AI is there, we ask AI or we ask our colleagues or seniors and then try to perform those steps, right? Your AI is your buddy. AI will perform those tasks, give you a suggestion. And in fact, if I tell AI here that please execute this task, that also AI itself will do. You don't need to worry about that, right? Now, for example, let me open it out one more time. There is a printer status error, right? So I don't need to go and check it out. For a printer as well, what we need to do, if there is some issue with a printer on one of the system, we need to do all kinds of troubleshooting. Here, AI will do it out for me. And AI will give you the suggestions, what next step you can perform. So don't you think this will save a lot of amount of time? in usual scenario, if CPU load is high or maybe there is an issue with printing on any of the machine, our IT admin need to either go in person to that particular system if it is in office, or you need to take a remote access of that system and perform certain troubleshooting tasks. The what all printers are installed, what kind of services are running, those kind of troubleshooting steps which needs to be performed. However, definitely that will take about at least 10-15 minutes bare minimum. Here, the AI is doing on behalf of you, which is helping you save lot of amount of time. So for an instance, I saw these 4 tickets. I just click on AI, all the 4, and I get the summary of all the 4 tickets and actionable item. And I just directly execute. I don't need to even wait for it. So I don't need to wait for maybe about 10-15 minutes minimum per ticket and then see what kind of troubleshooting I need to do. I don't need to Google it out. So those type of AI, agentic AI functionalities are part of this module. So, and yes, a very critical and very important part is I said Microsoft Copilot and OpenAI are integrated with Atera. You don't need to buy any of those licenses as well, right? Those are part of your Atera license itself, right? See, that is what this is what is giving you. See, it is giving displaying an error message, multiple reconnection attempts. Indicate it should be resolved shortly, then update this. So there is an error which is showing it out, the multiple re-attempt does it, so there is a connectivity issue. So this will help it out to you that, okay, fine, there's a connectivity issue, go and find out whether it is connected or not. So this is saving your lot of amount of time. So you go and go into any kind of a ticket. And as I said, let me just open that ticket page again. So you can see this is a complete ITSM ticketing module. From here as well, you can just click on Copilot. If you want to perform any task on the device, so for example, if you want to restart any kind of a service, I'll just dial here Copilot and I'll just ask to restart the service or stop the service, and it will perform those tasks on that machine which has reported this issue, right? So that is that simple. You don't need to take a remote access. At the same time, you can see here in a generate reply, AI is part of this as well. So depending on your subject line and the ticket details which has been logged into description, if you click a generate reply, it will automatically generate a revert reply for you. You don't need to even type it out. And you can define out what kind of reply you want, right? As a predefined as your ticketing configuration, you can define out you want a proper professional one or a casual one, that kind of details it is having a capability. See this, you got it. You have the already the person who have reported, you have an email. You click on send, this email will be sent it out to your user. This also have lot of amount of saving your time, right? So that is how this complete automation into your ticketing module can be performed. So this will help the one of the pointer which Bhaviva showed, right? Where it is supercharging your IT and maximizing your efficiency. That is where it is saving a lot of amount of time. The productivity increases as a market survey which we have done it out. So the engineers who were resolving almost about, for example, 10 tickets a day, they are now resolving almost 5x of the tickets, 10x of the tickets in a day, right? So that is what the ratio which we are improving now. So that was with respect to the ticketing module. The another part is very interesting part is and very critical from the compliance point of view as well is patch management. I'm sure you all will agree that patch management is one of the critical point portion. Why? Also because from the security front, right? So you can see this is my patch management dashboard, right? When you say patch management dashboard, you need to have a gist about your environment, your network infrastructure, how many systems are patched, how many systems are yet to be patched, which are the systems where critical patches are missing. All these details with a single dashboard, you are getting it out here. You can see 2 systems are missing critical patch. Sorry, I by mistake clicked it out. 71 devices are missing total OS patches, right? 2 devices, OS patches failed. So all these insights you get it out. Now, an important part is when I say patch management, it is not only the operating system patches. Of course, it supports your Microsoft Windows, Linux, and Mac, all the 3 platforms. However, not only your operating system patches, it also helps you out with the third party software patches. It also helps it out to you update your softwares, right? When I say softwares, as earlier as well during the presentation, we said it has an integration with Chocolatey and Wingate, which are the global databases, which has more than 40-50,000 applications which are globally used. So that is where all the patches, all the softwares updates are also been part of this patch management module. Now, under this patch management as well, we have a complete automation. Now, we know that on a lighter note, I would like to share sometimes what happens is if there is some bug in the patch, definitely we cannot go ahead and install out a patch on across all our organization on all the systems all together at once, right? If there is some bug found out in a patch, we will be on left, right, center, working it out on the fixing it out those issues, right? So that is the reason where we get this granular level of control. I'll just show it out to you. We can schedule it out the patches. We can define out what kind of patches we want to configure it out. See, when I say OS patch management, you can see, right? If I want a complete install all Windows patches, so everything will be selected. I have a granular level control. I want only the critical patches to be installed. I want only the security updates to be installed automatically, right? I want service packs to be installed, or maybe if a build upgrade, right? Or maybe for Linux, if I want to reboot it out, these are the build upgrades. So, what kind of granular level updates we want to do it out from the patch? We have a control, configurable control on those. It is not that just you selected and out it will do it. At the same time, of course, the very critical portion which we all take care is during the office hours, we are not going to do the patch management because if there is some heavy patch, then it will create an issue from our network perspective. So that is the reason where we come out with a scheduler, right? So we have a scheduler where we can define out a schedule, we can define out the frequency, when we want to do it, and how we want to do it, what day, what time, all these kind of detailed configuration mechanism we have, right? And of course, another very critical thing which comes into place is from the maintenance. I'm sure you all must be carrying out the maintenance activity on your servers at least, right? On maybe on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis. So when we say maintenance, there are few these are kind of steps which we perform it out as a maintenance activity so that our server is properly designed and properly up and running and we do not face any kind of impact during the business hours. So that is where we have this maintenance check mark as well. This also we can schedule. For example, I want to run check this. It will give you a prompt. We can recommend scheduling during the off-peak hours, right? So that is what the prompt does. Well, it will give. If we want to create a system restore point as a safer side, so all these things, maintenance activity, you define it out here. What you want to perform, you schedule it out, and then it will automatically perform. No manual intervention is required. No manual glitch or manual mistake also can be avoided using this auto scheduler, right? At the same time, there are scripting available. You have certain key scripts or maybe key applications, your custom applications where you want to execute certain scripts and that too as a maintenance. Or maybe example, you have certain applications, your own application where you want to update it out using script. How you do it? You design it out, schedule it out on the script. You add a script here and directly it will be executed as per your schedule. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to go on each system and verify and do it. At the same time, you will get a detailed logs of your all these tasks on all systems as well, right? So if something goes wrong, you can also definitely recheck it out and troubleshoot. So that is the beauty about this complete batch management module. When I say software update as well, right? You can see software updates. So you can see what kind of softwares you want to update. See, Chocolate is there. Homebrew is for your Mac systems. Winget is for your Windows systems. Many softwares are there. So, for an example, if I want to update, I'll just show you just in just I'll show you. For example, let me just take it out my own system so that I'll be able to show you and relate it out. I'll just go here. This is my device page, right? along with patch management automation. And as I said, I'll just go to software inventory, right? So that is also a part of it, software inventory. So you see this, you can see this particular point here, update table, right? So Ada Acrobat is the software which is installed on my system. This is the version which is there installed. I know the date when it was installed, but now this is the current version which is available for update. So if I click here on three dots and update, automatically it will be installed in a silent mode on that machine. So user intervention is not required. The end user is continuing with their own work. You are doing it out all from your own dashboard itself without any issue or a glitch. So this is how you get your software updates or the third party software. Whatever, if it is up to date, it will show you up to date. See, this Google Chrome is also there due for update on my. I have a 186 version. I dot 187 version is available globally, so I can get it updated. So this is what is a software update. So patch management is a combination of your OS patches and the software patches, and all integrated with AI and automation, which will help it out to you streamline your task. Right now, the another third and very key factor is remote monitoring and management. Right? Okay, I'm on this page. Let me show this page itself. When I say remote monitoring and management, the first thing is you need to take a remote access of your device, right? I'm sure you all must be using some or the other open source or maybe even licensed version. You must be using TeamViewer or something, right? So you need to have a license for that or else open source. If you see here, Splashtop and AnyDesk are part of this bundle free of cost. You don't need to buy any kind of a license for that. For TeamViewer, if you have already a license of TeamViewer, you can integrate that with Atera here as well. However, Splashtop and AnyDesk are readily available as a bundle. You don't need to install these applications on your user machines, right? You don't need to manage no installation of your remote tools. You just need to install Atera agent. That's it. And these tools will be a part of that bundle. So what I need to do is, if you want to take a remote access of any system, go to this device page, click on connect on Splashtop or any desk. That's it. You will directly get a remote access, right? At the same time, you also have that configuration part where you can take an unattended access. So for kind of if any kind of a server is there, you want to take an unattended access, you can define that in policy. Now, remote monitoring and management, how AI will be part of it, right? So as we saw a couple of use cases in the ticketing part, right? On this device page as well, the majority of AI comes handy where during the troubleshooting part. All our IT team is engaged on resolving users' issues, right? So what I can do is, for example, any kind of an issue which user have reported, right? Let it be any kind of an issue. We can directly address it out from here, right? Let me open out a new chat. Yeah, it is summarizing it out, right? So here, what it will do is you name out the issue, whatever the issue customer have reported, right? See, here is a copilot. That is what is AI of this particular Atera. So whatever the issue any of the user have reported, you just need to go on a copilot here, click it out here, and just type it here, and it will, right? And it will address all your issues going on that machine. You can see this manage your account password. So even I can even reset the password of this device. For example, this one of the user have raised out a query that I am facing a system slowness issue. We cannot expect any non-technical user to give you that answer, right? What is the process which is consuming the memory? I can just type in a simple layman terms, show processes consuming top memory. In simple layman English, I'm just typing it out. And what it will do is, as it is an agent based, this everything works it out into real time. My agent, the Atera agent, will identify this top processes on this machine into real time, and it will give me the output here. that what all processes are consuming how much memory. So that is a part of troubleshooting. When we are saying troubleshooting, how AI will help it out? AI is doing all these tasks. Without AI, if we want to check out the top processes, either we need to take a remote access of that system, or maybe we need to go in person to that desk and check the system and open the task manager and see what all are the processes, right? See, here are the top processes which are consuming top memory, right? And not only that, see this. If you want this, AI will also prompt you out. If you want, I can next help you safely trim Chrome's footprint or review whether this, because these are the two highest consuming memories. So if I want, if I can even kill some of the process from here. Of course, I'll not do it out right now. Otherwise, this the page which I'm sure sharing it out will go. So I cannot kill the Chrome process, but you can directly kill the process as well from here. You can ask AI to perform the task on behalf of you. And the best part is one of the use case which one of the pointer which is there is here we are also addressing customer sentiments, right? I'm sure you all will agree customer and users reach out to IT team only when they are into trouble or they are facing some issue or they are facing they have some query or need some help, right? And they are always on the run and they wanted out an immediate solution. So there, the customer satisfaction is another part. Right now, when you are doing all these kind of troubleshooting, uh, you are doing it out into silent mode. You are not even taking the remote. User is continuing with their own work on the system, and they are not on even aware what you are doing out from backend. So don't you think that will help to improve out the customer experience, right? So here that is also one of the key thing which we are addressing it out is we are elevating the customer experience. We are improving out the customer viewpoint towards the IT. So these issues, for example, as I said, you just kill out one of the process by confirming it out with user, and user is obviously will be happy that his system processes is again normal and they are functioning well, right? If a user is asking out that I want some application to be installed, just tell AI install example Python. What it will do is it will check for the Python software whether it is installed on that system or not in real time. And if not, it will ask you, do you want me to install it out? I just hit an enter and give yes. It will install out the Python. And user is continuing with their work. Within 10 minutes or maybe 5 minutes, it will be installed as well, right? As per the connectivity. So, and then you can just right away call the user that your required software is installed. That is where user experience comes into picture. So that is the beauty of AI on this particular platform, right? So now another thing is when we say asset inventory and asset management as well, you can manage all kinds of assets from your Atera dashboard. All the IT assets which supports SNMP protocol can be monitored here, right? The manageability is with your laptop, desktop, and servers. However, monitoring is for your all your IT assets, which will come under the network discovery module. So that be it your IP cameras or maybe firewalls, routers, all those kind of devices also can be discovered as a network discovery into your network. You cannot manage those because you will not be able to install out an agent. However, you can monitor it out those agents, whether those are online or offline, right? That is what the beauty about this. This also supports it out and helps it out to manage your non-IT assets. You can create n number of assets here depending on your license, and then you can manage those, right? Um, just before going further, a quick glimpse on few of the functionality. You can access task manager, you can access service manager, you can even run a command prompt or a PowerShell sitting on your system itself, and you can execute it out on your user machine. So all these things can be done it out remotely without even user intervention, right? So these are few of the use cases which we can definitely help it out. I'm sure you will be interested. We can go into deep dive on all the systems where all the maybe all the modules. This also okay. Before I again go ahead and maybe we can go for the question answers. I'm not going into deep diving on all the modules. One last point I would like to share it out is with respect to scripting. I'm sure many of you are using the scripting as well in your environment, right? And maybe few of you, maybe not few, maybe many like me, I am also not aware about and very used to about scripting language. I do not know how to script out. But then if we want to run out any script, what we do, either we need to Google it out or ask AI and all, right? So you can see this. This is a scripting page. This already has, you can see shared library. This already has about 1,000+ scripts predefined into this database with respect to all kinds of different categories, right? Whether with respect to system, disk, all kind of troubleshooting, what automation, what installer maintenance activities, about your disk usage, and with respect to different your operating systems as well. Now, another thing is if you want to create a script, I can just go and create a script. What I need to write it out here is in a layman English term, I'll just type it out here to AI, write a script to, for example, clear or uh, flush the cache memory, right? We usually do that, flush the cache memory from your server. So I want to, this, of course, this script is already there, maybe might be there on the part of this database, but I can just type it out here and click on generate. It will not even take a minute and it will directly give you a script here on a right side panel. See this, it hardly took about 2 seconds and it is giving me. You can create a script in 3 different formats. This is a PowerShell script. You can either create a batch file or a shell script. You can run it out on Windows and Linux both, right? So you have a script readily available within a minute, not even a minute, right? You create, you save a script, whatever, wherever you want to run it, you have an option here. Go to devices, if you want to run, flush that memory on all the devices, select here, run a script. That is where this AI will help you out. So this is what the beauty about this platform is, where you get all the modules integrated with each other, all modules powered with AI. That it is not a traditional IT management, it is an AI powered IT management. That is what we call it out about. And as it is an all-in-one IT platform, all-in-one IT management platform, we cater all these functionalities all together. And the beauty about it is you also have a detailed reporting part where you get the reports and logs and audit trails of all the activities which you do, right? So once again, I'm not going into deep into all the modules, but thank you so much. With respect of time, I'm sure it's already about 3:47 now. We have an exciting quiz as well here. So maybe we are open for questions as well. You can write it down on a chat or a Q&A. I would request you all to please let us know. We can have a one-on-one session as well with you where we can help you deep dive into each module and address out few of the use cases which will be applicable to your environment, right? Because all environments are different. So thank you so much once again for being in such a lovely audience. Over to you, bye. You can take it forward.
Thanks, Pranav. And thank you, audience, for keeping me busy answering your questions. Yes, now while I'm talking, Pranav, our technical expert and specifically Atera expert, will be answering any questions that you have. Please feel free to put in. One point, very, very important point about Atera. Most of the RMM tools that we have available in market, they cost per device, right? So the scalability or the budgeting for the scalability is an issue. Against that, Atera pricing is per technician, per login base. So one technician, unlimited device that you get with all the co-pilot license and everything is included, right? So yes, please feel free to reach out to us for demo. But to summarize it, at the end of the day, right, our engineers should be solving business problems, not chasing for the Chrome updates. So the next time when the Chrome, Java, Adobe or 200 endpoints need patching, the technician should say, "बच्चा है तू मेरा, Atera will do it." जैसे पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं, अपना IT पर्सन कभी भी पैच मिस करेगा नहीं. With that,